Dr. Jill here with Whole Mama Wellness. Equipment you will need for today's movement session includes 2 hand weights of equal size. If you don't have 2 hand weights and you happen to have something heavier, 1 hand weight or a bar, that will work too. You'll also need a small Pilates ball or a similar item. Our time together is a body investment. If you're newly postpartum, this is about reconnecting with the body that just did something absolutely amazing. And if you're watching this before your 6-week checkup, this is your reminder that movement doesn't need to be about pushing yourself. Today, we're focusing on gentle connection, breathing, circulation, and feeling good in your body. You've already made a great decision to invest this time in yourself, so let's begin. I like to structure my workouts with breathwork to start off with, followed by mobility, and followed by strength after that. So let's get into our first exercise. The first exercise, what I'm gonna have you do is lay on your back with your feet on the mat. And all I want you to do is work on, when you inhale, letting everything relax, including your pelvic floor. So we inhale in. And when we exhale, I want you to tighten that pelvic floor or pull up with that pelvic floor. Another way you can think about tightening the pelvic floor is if you were trying to stop a stream of urine from coming out. And we're going to do about 10 breaths like this, nice and slow and steady. Making sure that every time you inhale, you are fully relaxing. As you start to find a more natural rhythm with your breath, you can also do a little bit more of a forceful exhale, like as if we were starting to lift weights, and you can really feel that pelvic floor and even your core contract as well. Last one. I want you now to grab that Pilates ball or whatever you found around your house. It can be a pillow, it can be a ball that maybe one of your kids has, anything that you have that's a little bit squishy that's gonna give you some resistance, we're gonna use for this next breathwork exercise. Now the setup is exactly the same. You're gonna be laying on your back with your feet down. You're going to be pressing the ball in between your knees. So at this time, we're gonna do our normal inhale and relax everything. And as we exhale, I want you to think about tightening that pelvic floor and squeezing the ball. We're bringing those adductors in, which are a great helper for our pelvic floor contraction. And we're going to do 10 breaths here. Making sure that you're relaxing all the way with those inhales. Trying not to hold on to any pelvic floor tension or tightness or gripping. And it's okay if this feels challenging, if this is hard to coordinate your muscles and your breath together. You just had a baby, so you got to give yourself grace, and this is something that we train in pelvic floor therapy, something that will come back the more we do it. 2 more. We just wrapped up breath work. We're gonna move straight into 2 mobility exercises. The first one is for that upper trunk rotation. I want you to lay on your side, stacking your hips and your knees and your ankles. Your arms are gonna be straight out in front of you. And I want you to just open up the top arm all the way as far as you can, like you're opening a book. Get a nice stretch there and return back. If you need a pillow, please go get a pillow or something for your head. I might use this Pilates ball that I have here. So rolling back. Oh, it might not stay as well as a pillow would. Opening up, really twisting that upper thoracic back, your upper spine. While holding baby, we tend to kind of crouch down. We end up rolling our shoulders forward. We kind of get a little bad posture. And so this is going to help open us up a little bit more, keep that mobility in our upper back, even our lower back. This is great for your spine in general. We're going to do about 10 on this side before switching to the other side. Only go as far back as comfortable. If you tend to go all the way back and you're feeling pain and not just like a good stretch, then go a little less. Decrease that range of motion to start with, and we'll see if over time we can get more and more mobility. Doing great. I've lost count. You can just roll over to your other side. I'm going to flip sides because my arm keeps hitting that box and I want to get my full workout into today. So again, laying on your side, stacking your hips, stacking your knees, stacking your ankles. Arms are going to be straight out in front of you. You can use a pillow for your head if you need it. And we're just opening up that top arm, rotating our trunk like a book. Get a good stretch in there. Again, if it's too much, if it's too intense, if it feels painful, go a little bit less with your range of motion and we'll slowly ease into it each rep. You should be able to get a little bit further each time. We'll do about 10 of these on this side, keep ourselves even, get some good trunk rotation. You don't have to hold for long, just kind of feel your body into that resistance at the end and then come back out. We're going to return back to that hook lying position and we're going to do some lower body windshield wipers. So again, laying on our back with our feet on the mat, hands down at your sides. You can kind of widen your feet a little bit for this one because I do like to get a good range of motion. And we're going to drop both knees to one side and then rotate to the other side. Okay? This is getting both low trunk rotation as well as good hip mobility. As you do this and it feels less and less intense, you can use that top leg or that back leg to kind of press down a little bit more and get a little more of an intense stretch. We're doing about 10 times each side with this exercise. Remember that these mobility sessions are really just to reconnect with your body. Your body's just done something amazing. Your body's changing literally by the hour postpartum. Give yourself grace in this time. Be grateful for the body that was able to do what it did and continues to carry you through this season of little sleep, but all the snuggles. Very good. Moving into our strength section, I want you to get on your hands and knees, and we're gonna do that very first breathwork exercise that we did laying down, but this time on hands and knees to where gravity is going to affect our body a little bit differently. When you are inhaling, again, we want to completely relax. For our postpartum mamas, this might be a difficult thing to relax into, but when you do that inhale and relax, I really want you to let that belly just hang down and sag so that when we do that exhale, we can feel that tightening up, okay? We want to have our tissues be able to fully lengthen and fully tighten. Full range of motion is what makes a healthy body. On hands and knees with me here, we're gonna inhale, relaxing everything, exhale, feel that pelvic floor tighten and tightening the abdominal muscles. I like to cue myself to almost like bring my ribs to my hips. Inhale again, relax everything, let that belly sag. Exhale, pelvic floor contraction, core contraction. Inhale, relax. Notice this is not a cat-cow exercise. We are keeping that spine in neutral, but our body does note a little bit of that flexibility when we're inhaling and exhaling and tightening that pelvic floor. Got about 2 more. This workout is really good for our post-cesarean section mamas. Just spending some intentional time reconnecting with our core and our pelvic floor. Very good. Staying in this position, we are gonna start the bird dog exercises. And those are the ones that, opposite arm and leg. But for now, we're just gonna start with moving our arms. Keeping your knees about shoulder width apart. We're going to lift one arm. You can do this with breath integration if you would like to. So a good inhale to relax. And an exhale. Bring that arm straight up ahead. We're gonna do this alternating arms. So inhale, relax everything. Exhale, bringing that arm up. You should be able to feel your core contracting as your body works to stay balanced. Trying to keep those hips level and in one spot, not trying to rock side to side. On those exhales, you can still focus on tightening the pelvic floor, pulling that belly up and in. And on those inhales, remember to relax everything back to normal. Take note as if this starts to bother your wrists with having the weight through your wrists. If so, get some sort of towel roll and place it under the palms of your hands to not have to hyperextend those wrists as much, but to give them a little bit more or less of a extension, more flexion in them. You might find that that's a little bit more comfortable on your wrists. Worst case scenario, if that does not help or give you that relief, go ahead and get onto your fists in between and keep your wrists locked into a neutral position. We'll finish out this set here. Very good. We're gonna move back onto our back to do some hook lying bridges. Everybody move to their back, feet on the floor, hands at your sides. We're gonna start again with that inhale, letting the pelvic floor relax. On the exhale, I want you to tighten that pelvic floor, and we're going to pick our hips up into a bridge. All right? We'll do about 10 of these. To left. Last one. Very good. At this time, I want you to grab your 2 hand weights. Again, you can use 2 hand weights of equal weight. You can use 1 heavier hand weight, or if you have a bar and you want to use a bar, we're going to be doing a chest press motion. We're laying back onto our back and we're going to be doing a chest press, keeping our elbows out to the side. We're going to be pushing straight up again with our breath. So inhale, exhale. Good. We're gonna do 2 sets of 10 of these, so give yourself a little break in between and we'll go into round 2. Ready for round 2? Very good. You may set those weights down. The alternate would be if you had one hand weight, you could just go up like this. Very good. We have 2 remaining exercises today. You guys have done so well so far. We're gonna still work on that core and keeping our spine in neutral for these. We're gonna go back to our hook lying position, but this time we're gonna bring our knees and feet into a tabletop position. Laying onto our back, bring our feet up into tabletop, and one at a time, we're going to just tap a foot down and back up. Make sure you're not holding your breath. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging for those abdominal muscles. If it is too challenging, I encourage you to put one foot down and then just lift one foot at a time. So your home base will be, instead of tabletop, it'll be in that hook lying position. Very good. Our last exercise, we're staying in this position and we're gonna be doing a bent knee fall out. So again, we're just staying right here. All I want you to do is think about bringing this knee out and back in, okay? Very simple motion. Still working that hip mobility, working those adductors, working that core stabilization to keep us from rolling. If you want to make it more challenging, go ahead and put your hands up in the air, not giving yourself that brace on the floor from your hands. And then we'll switch to that other side. Make sure you're still breathing. You can coordinate your breath with this movement if you want. Inhale on the drop out, exhale as you bring it back in. Excellent job. Congratulations, mama, on completing this body investment session. Share this with a mama friend who may be in need. We are building a community here of women who know it is not selfish to take care of themselves, but it is part of the investment. Congratulations again. You are worth it. If you're pregnant or postpartum and you're looking for realistic movement from a pelvic floor physical therapist who gets how hard it is to find time for yourself, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be adding doable body investment videos that can fit into your busy day and still make an impact. My goal is to build a whole library of these sessions for you so that you can enjoy them for free, and please share them with a friend.